And all right, everyone, welcome back. It's another Champions League recorded game stream, best of three between reDo and a Grandmonster. And I'm gonna go right into the standings because I don't got a ton of time. It's late. It's 10:30, and I'm an old man. I need to go to bed soon. But here's the standings. Spoiler alert. We're looking on the right. reDo at 3-2. He wins and he secures himself a spot in the playoffs. He loses, and he could potentially miss at 3-3, given how tight this whole division is. Grandmonster at 2-2 has got 2 matches left. So, man, if he wins 2 games, last 2 series, be in a good spot. Obviously in. If he loses his last 2, obviously out. If he goes 1-1, maybe. I think this will be close. Grandmonster, he plays pretty well. reDo too, but he's lost 2 matches so far. Along with me for the ride is, again, my favorite New Zealander, Mr. Wizsanji. And he'll be along, too, to provide some commentary. No, this is not live. Swoop, whoop. But it's almost just as good, really. What's the difference, you know? So, reDo versus Grandmonster, best of 3. I do have 3 games here. There may or may not be 3. My guy, who provides me with my Rex, he likes to keep it mysterious. So, all right, Wiz, what do you think? Who's going to win? Let's put predictions right now. You, give me a prediction.
I'm going to say reDo wins 2-1. I think Grandmonster can be really tricky sometimes, so I wouldn't be surprised if he got a bit of a cheesy win. But I think reDo is probably the better player overall.
See, Grandmonster, it depends what Grandmonster shows up. Sometimes you watch him play and you're like, man, this guy's really good. And sometimes you watch him play and you're like, I mean, this guy's just like, he's good, but he's just like average good. So, I don't know, but I need a prediction. And because I can't predict the same as you because that's not any fun, I'm going to go Grandmonster wins 2-1.
Ooh, spicy.
Yeah, you ready for this?
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Destructo, you're in the chat. Are you ready? Because here we go. Game number 1. Hades versus Odin on Blue Lagoon. Now, I don't know who actually picked this map. I think it's reDo's map. But we're looking at our player on the left, who is Grandmonster in the color red. And reDo is our color blue player is Hades. So Grandmonster, I think it was Odin that I saw. And reDo is Hades. So Odin versus Hades on a Blue Lagoon. What do you think of this matchup, Wiz?
I'm honestly surprised to see Hades. I don't really know why you would pick Hades over Poseidon or Zeus, to be honest. But, I mean, I don't think it's super one-sided either way. I think both gods are fine in this matchup. Like, traditionally, you'd say that Greek beats Norse, but I feel like recently a lot of Norse players have been doing pretty well with Frost against Greek. So.
Yeah, I agree. I think if you're going to go Greek in this matchup, I think you want either Zeus or Poseidon are better than Hades. But one thing I'll say about the map, and it is actually important, 3 giraffe for the Greek isn't enough to age up to classical age. Unless like you're doing like a really strange, like really fast advance, but that's not really very good. But for the Odin player, he can cast Great Hunt, and he gets 5 giraffe, and that's easily enough to reach age 2. So actually having it as a 3 giraffe spawn is really good for Grandmonster. And the other thing I noticed is he's got really good hunt right below his base. So since I know a little bit about the map script, the elephant in 3 gazelle, that's the highest hunt amount that can be for this specific hunt pack. And this here, I believe, is also the highest hunt amount for your giraffe and gazelle combo. So that's good for him to have these 2 high hunt variations right below his base. This 3 zebra in the middle, that's not that great. 2 rhinos, okay. But yeah, the big thing to see is your elephant with 3 gazelle, and then all these giraffe with gazelle, which is also in the Odin favor.
And it's a super nice. So the hunt for reDo spawned on two separate sides. So his giraffe spawned on one side, while his second hunt is on the other side. Where for Grandmonster, he can just walk straight down to the next hunt below him, which is really nice for him.
Ooh, take a look at this temple placement for Grandmonster. Oh, he is.
A Heimdall rush?
He's going hot and heavy here. I like it. I like it. You know, and this is the kind of play I think that works really well in this situation. Like, if you're an Odin player here and you see the 3 giraffe start, you should really realize that, man, if I age up quick, there's no way the Greek player can match it. And so I'm hoping he's trying to age up. Yeah, he's going to be going up at 405.
Damn.
That is
And he's going
quick.
for the Freya.
Yeah.
I'm almost glad that he's not actually committing to a full rush here, because I don't think you can Heimdall rush a Hades. That is the one advantage Hades has.
No, and we'll see. Does reDo have line of sight of? He doesn't yet. And his scout, don't know if it's gonna see it. It's way down in the bottom. I don't know if he's gonna see that temple. That temple is like just outside of tower line of sight too. So close. Now, one thing though, did he show his ravens? Because if you're the Odin player and you show your ravens right away, that does tell the opponent that the raven is there. So, is it in line of sight? And remember, no spoilers. I don't know what happens. But it depends. Oh, catching the hero already. And you know what? Build a wall here. If I'm Grandmonster, I build a wall and wall the Ajax off of his base. So now he's aged up, so you get the immediate age up bonus on the Hersier and the Ulsark. And now Ajax is running the opposite way. Where's the Valk?
Yeah.
Where is the Valk? Does he know?
Yeah, he knows the hunt's there, so he's running straight to the hunt.
Okay.
That's why the Ajax was trying to defend it, but
now Ajax is doing a good job of keeping this barracks from going up, but here comes the Valk, and if these villagers path the wrong way, I was gonna say he could have pathed them next to the forest to get a forest fire. Well, that's not happening. So we have the... Oh, he's housed, though. Grandmaster's housed right now. As we have...
Yeah.
He upped with Ares. So he could actually... If he used Pestilence on this forward base right now, that would be big. Because those are the only 2 military buildings right now.
I'm actually not sure if he has line of sight of those military buildings yet.
I don't think he did see them. I mean, you should kind of know that they're pretty far forward somewhere. Let's see if he scouts it with this.
Yeah, no, he still doesn't know, and that's pretty huge. Because, like you said, I think a pestilence here would be kind of massive. I think he would just be able to kill all these buildings.
I think maybe.
And the game would probably be over pretty fast if he did see it. But
well, he has pushed off a hunt, though. I don't know if it would be over. It'd be a good.
That is true.
It'd be good, obviously. And here comes the Sentinels, just used now. Oh, he can't get the one because of the gold mines are exactly in the wrong spot.
That's unfortunate.
Where is my resource counter not working? Do you know the command to make him automatically update the resources?
I have no idea what most of the commands are for this, unfortunately.
Oh, gotta watch out for these raiding cavalry. You don't want to get let them get grabbed. Oh no! He's just gone forward.
I think he still traps the... Oh no, he didn't.
No, they got out. They might even be able to snag this. No, not quite. He's holding on to the forest fire for a long time.
Yeah.
There it is. There's the forest fire, but yeah,
it doesn't do anything. I think if you don't, the only reason I feel like instant forest fire is good is because it kind of hurts the Greeks early ability to get buildings out.
That's
You have to switch to another wood line.
That's what I was thinking.
When you wait, when you wait like this, I don't like it using it like he's done here. I would have just wait for like a better opportunity, because you just basically essentially lost 50 wood, but all of the buildings are up. So it's kind of a waste of forest fire.
I mean, it does open up his base, though. I mean, this string of trees was pretty defensive, so now the base is kind of wide open. But no, I agree with you. What I think he should have done was, I mean, either wait. I mean, look, he's got 10 raiding cavalry now. Like, wait until you have 10 raiding cavalry to block him. But what he should have done, I think, would be to have immediately used it, send his starting Valk over to this wood line down here on the bottom. But I don't know actually if he knew that was there. Maybe he should have.
I think he did. I think so. I think he prioritized getting him off of the hunt over the wood. But I agree. I would have liked to see the Valk use forest fire and then move over to the hunt, because we know that the Ajax was to the top side, so there's nothing to defend against the Valk if he did go to the wood first.
Now, actually, that was really well played by reDo there. He did not lose a single villager in that raid, but we've got like 4 of them that are like one hit, and reDo's gonna push. Kind of pushing back right now.
Yeah, and I think this is always the fear when you build forward as Norse, especially your houses, is if the Greek player gets control, you just lose everything, and it starts looking a bit custardy. I don't know. I don't think reDo's lost a villager yet, though, which is pretty good.
No,
he's been microing very well.
Yeah, I don't think he has. Here come these raiding cavalry, and the problem is the Cyclops.
It's a bit of good forest fire.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh my.
The problem, though, against Norse, well, for Norse, is the Cyclops. 650 health with 50% hack armor. You essentially need to do 1,300 damage to kill it. And he is a big boy. Now, you just got to be careful with them. These Toxotes are in a scary position right here, though.
Yeah, I would have liked to see the Cyclops
go
stay
back.
with the Toxotes. Yeah.
Yeah, the Toxotes.
Oh, villagers board. That's interesting. I think he loses this fight.
Yeah, he loses.
Oh no.
Well, this is kind of like the all-in. Well, at least the Cyclops finally gets a grab. Tosses the raiding cavalry away. But yeah, I think well, he ends up holding the fight here. Does reDo, but I think it could have gone so much better for him. Like he should have moved the Toxotes back a little bit, I think.
Yeah, he should have kept the Cyclops near the Toxotes to keep the raiding cavalry away and chase the other raiding cavalry with his hoplites. I think is the play there. Because there was only one Hearser.
Yeah, there's only one Hearser, and he didn't kill it right away, so the Cyclops took a ton of damage. But now look, I mean, he's almost dead, but look how much damage he's doing. Like, he probably will get another... You should just get another grab on this right here. Just grab the raiding cavalry and then run away. If you get lucky, the Cyclops could toss it right on top of the throwing axe. Like, he's only got 37 health. You might as well just turn and throw. Yeah, the Cyclops there at the beginning of the fight kind of zoned away those raiding cavalry, but I don't think you needed to zone those away. I think what he should have done is just fallen back with a little bit with his Toxotes, and then just got them to target the Hearser, because the Toxotes kind of got caught in between 2 spots, and then the Cyclops was out of position. But so reDo went forward because he wanted that hunt. Though he's got this hunt right here. I don't know why he wouldn't just hop on that.
Yeah, he's also got a lot of low villagers at this hunt spot as well, which is not ideal.
Yeah, one goes down. Yeah, there's 2, or there's 3 that are, I think, essentially one shot.
Yeah.
He's at 77 pop to Grandmonster's. Grandmonster's at 77 pop. reDo's at 62. Grandmonster's starting gold mine is out. No text being researched.
What's reDo's eco ups looking like?
Non-existent. He's got hunting dogs.
Alright, so neither one of them have hand axe, pickaxe. It's both kind of just going for hunt.
Yeah, well, he's... What's funny, though, is so the Cyclops at 31 hit points. I mean, he's still Doing full damage. Uh-oh, here comes these raiding cavalry in. Are they kind of going to try to circle around and kill? They could get 3 villager kills here if he checks the hit points. 3 villager kills. 1, 2. Get on. 3. That's huge value. And reDo's just kind of ignoring this. They could snag 1 more on the way out. 3 vil kills there. You can't.
Oh, he's going for it.
Oh, missed it.
Ooh.
Okay, you might have to run out now.
Lucky timing with the drop off.
Oh, here comes a pestilence now. I think he should have used that at the earlier fight.
Yeah, probably. Although I don't think it's too awful because
no,
if
it's
he
not
focuses
bad.
Down the houses now, you can just make sure that Grandmonster can't get pop out if he keeps killing the houses. I just have a Cyclops on the house the whole time.
Yeah, I don't know why he's attacking the temple. It should be. You're right. It should be on houses. And if he can trap these throwing axemen, I mean, he's doing a lot of damage here to these throwing axemen. But the raiding is he gonna get a grab? Throw it before you die. All right, throws it. Terrible throw though. I don't know if you can really guide where it goes. The raiding bounces off the cliff.
That would be really cool though if they if it was coded a bit differently, so you can actually aim the throw. That would add a lot of micro skill to the Cyclops.
Yeah, there's rumor. People say that you can kind of control it, but I don't know if you really can.
You really can't. It's like you can kind of like limit to where it will throw a bit, but it's not. You can't fully micro it. It's almost impossible.
Like I'm sure. Oh, look at this gold mine here for reDo. It's not the best here.
Yeah, no, the shade's in the way too.
It doesn't always throw straight forward though. It's random. Like he'll turn.
That's what I mean. Like you can kind of make it so he doesn't throw behind him, obviously, right? So you can aim it that way so he doesn't throw backwards, but he won't. He could still turn to the right or to the left, which can fuck the throw
I don't know.
Or mess the throw up.
I've seen him throw it completely backwards, but what does it matter? We got another big fight here where reDo is a little bit, I think, out of position now.
Yep.
And he's losing a lot of Toxotes again. They're kind of need to be safe. The problem is, as soon as that Cyclops is dead, he has nothing to protect his Toxotes, and now the Toxotes have all died.
And I think reDo's trying to salvage it by like flooding units in. He sent like 4 or 5 more reinforcements.
Yeah, that didn't work out.
And yeah, now he's just losing more on the back end.
And we've still got discussion in chat. It doesn't throw towards a random unit, because we saw that one here where he threw the raiding cavalry. He threw it and it just landed. There's nothing over here. So I don't know. There's probably some sort of hidden formula somewhere in the file that shows it, but I don't know how to access. That's like hard coded in. But here comes another raid on these villagers. That might have been it there, that fight for reDo.
Yeah, I would think it'd be very hard for him to recover from here, honestly.
Because he's 7 villagers down, and he's about to be a whole lot more villagers down.
Another insane forest fire opportunity if he had it.
Yeah. Well, actually, the path blocking wasn't quite as good as it could have been, but he kills 3 villagers. Not as good as it could have been, but again, reDo doesn't have the army to defend this, so
yeah. I think he's just gonna get gold starved here. I don't really see how he can get to a gold mine.
Well, gold, wood starved, food starved, everything starved. He's got some farm, but yeah, another Cyclops. Nyan, you're right. That's something that you could throw in. The problem is that is 250 food, and reDo was pushed off of food like at the immediate beginning of Age 2, so it would have been hard to support it. And that is GG right there. So the heavy pressure works out pretty well. And as reDo points out, he is in the chat. Is he a sore loser? Or is he sticking around to watch him win the next 2 games? I don't know. I think, reDo, what you could have done after you won this fight, all of these buildings are within range of 1 pestilence. I think after this, the very first fight here would have probably been better to use Pestilence. But of course, it's easy for me watching to say should have, would have, or could have. But yeah, high hunt variation, and he had a very, very good resource placement.
He had
Grandmonster
the
did.
map,
yeah,
essentially.
It was really good. Let's see, villager count, Grandmonster, ended up being a little bit ahead. Courtesy of some raids and stuff. Resource total, yeah, again, just that immediate initial push just pushes reDo off of food. Like if we check the food count for reDo, we can see just isn't quite what it should be. Getting pushed off of hunt over and over. But nice to see aggression. I mean, I've always said, I don't know what your opinion is, Wiz, but I always feel like Norse and versus Greek are the most fun games to watch.
I agree. I want to stay quiet a bit because the vacuum's going really loud.
Down in New Zealand right now, we've got a lot of cleaning going on. Oh, you know what? I got the wrong colored scoreboard up. Dang it. Let me fix this. There we go. Now it's right. Sorry. Got to give the proper red color to these players. Loki v Loki is fun to watch? No, I don't think so, because it's the same units. Like, it's just Hersier versus Hersier, and then all of a sudden, here comes some myth units, and if one guy gets 2 iron jars and the other one gets 2 trolls, well then, there it is. It's like watching slots. To me, it's just a slot machine. Which I guess some people really enjoy that, because it's slots. People be gambling, but that's not it for me. But anyway, man, as long as these are 3 quick games here, won't be too late for me. But well played by Grandmonster. A lot of pressure there, and reDo just wasn't quite able to fight it off. So let's go to game number 2. And yeah, no, these aren't live, by the way. So I don't know the results, but let's go game number 2. I think this will be Odin versus Odin on Marsh. Interesting. So I think this is Grandmonster's home map. Because if you're an Odin main, why wouldn't you pick Marsh? So we've got an Odin Grandmonster. And we've got a little bit of a surprise here up on the top. reDo also Odin. So staying away from Greek after game 1, as they both use Great Hunt on their starting deer and throw some pigs in it as well. And so did Grandmonster. Here's a little tidbit for you. If you're watching, you're like, why get pigs in with the Great Hunt? Well, because pigs at the beginning of the game only have, 60 food. So Great Hunt has like a max food cap that'll improve. And obviously these pigs at 60 only count 60 towards the food cap, but eventually they'll fatten up to 300. So you get a little more value overall. Not really actually a little. You get a lot more value if you throw some pigs in. Obviously a little bit less hunt, but then you get a ton more of safe food later on. Wiz, you still got the vacuum cleaner going?
I sure don't. I can talk now.
All right, so Odin versus Odin. What do you think is the way to win in a mirror matchup here?
I mean, a mirror matchup, isn't that essentially just whoever plays better? Like,
no.
Can't really,
no.
Blame. Oh, okay.
You've got different minor gods you can go. You got
That's
Freya
true,
or Heimdall.
I don't think either player is going to Heimdall rush. I would be very surprised to see Heimdall. I also think it's quite a confidence move for reDo to pick Odin against the Odin main, but I'm pretty sure reDo can play all gods, so it's not. I wouldn't say that this is a super Grandmonster favor just because it's an Odin mirror.
No, reDo. That is probably reDo's most redeeming quality. Is that he can play pretty much all the gods really well. So we'll see. But my opinion is if you want to win an Odin versus Odin, I think you go forward in Heimdall Rush. That's my opinion. I think as long as you can forward rush and get on the enemy houses and undermine them, you can flatten like 3 houses within the span of like 20 seconds. And then at that, it's almost a GG. Now, obviously, it's a lot of hypotheticals, but that's my opinion.
So if you scout the gold mines, maybe it's possible. And I guess Odin does have the hardest time dealing with iron jars because his Hersers are the slowest and the weakest. Because he can't go for SETI and he doesn't have Loki bonus. So I don't think Heimdall Rush is a bad option, and Grandmonster's gold mine is pretty bad. So maybe it is possible. But
take a look at reDo's map. Take a look at reDo's map. If he gets Heimdall rushed here, where is he going to get his hunt? Like, to me, your Heimdall rush isn't in an Odin mirror, isn't blocking gold, it's blocking hunt. That's your point. You don't want to. So blocking gold is okay, but like if he forward builds here, where's he getting his hunt? His hunt is awful.
I'd agree, but the thing about Odin, especially on this map with this spawn, is look how many pigs he has, right? Like, if he gets husbandry, he can stay on pigs for a long while.
Yeah.
Then it gives him time to get Scotty and push out.
But pigs isn't hunt, though, still. It's still a lot slower. We're going to have to agree to disagree on this one. Chat, you tell me I'm right.
Just cut out. I have no idea, but what you said.
I said we're going to have to agree to disagree.
Yeah, I think we will. I mean, I see the value of the Heimdall Rush, and I think it could work, especially if they don't expect it. But I think both these players are good enough to not just lose a game to a Heimdall Rush, if I'm being honest.
So both players are being super defensive. Grandmonster, he's even walling these Aurochs off from his base like he's worried the Aurochs are going to come and attack him. I guess he wants to move to this hunt next and doesn't want to get raided on it, I suppose. So, I don't know. Like if you... Now, a lot of players also, I don't think, know how to aim the undermine to go the way they want it to. But, like, look at this. You always know that players are going to be building right next to their tower. Man, if there's a Heimdall on this, you take out the tower, the house is half HP, the temple's half HP, the longhouse is half HP.
That's true.
Because you can aim it here,
maybe
and it goes this way.
Maybe it could work. Maybe I'm just not mad enough for it. But I think the Valkyrie is kind of scary to deal with if you're Heimdall. Because the Valk can do a lot of work while you have nothing back there to defend it.
Well, then you send a Hersier back.
Yeah, but the Hersier can't keep up with a Valkyrie.
Well, no. I mean, you only need to protect a couple spots.
That is true.
Here comes a Valk coming in for Grandmonster. Does he forest fire this? Or I think you save it for... Oh, Valk is blocked. Just attack with the...
Ooh.
Oh, he could have blocked it.
He still is. This is really bad pathing by the Valk. And
he
also
could have
bad
pig block him. Use your pigs. Oh, man.
Where's this Valkyrie going? It's
block it,
spastic.
block it,
I feel
block
bad
it.
for Grandmaster.
Oh, man. You could have.
Oh,
man.
I think reDo's too busy microing in Grandmonster's base right now. You can see a Valk running around in
yeah, he
Grandmonster's
might have
base
been.
too.
Well, his Valk isn't hurt, so it'll hurt a little bit. What kind of relics we got? Pelt of Argus. That's good. Oh, here's a forest fire. Well, I guess it's...
I don't even... The thing is, I guess you do that to open the map. No, you can't raid from that side. I'm not really sure what that forest fire is.
I don't think he saw the other Aurochs. I don't know. This is an inventive, creative use of forest fire.
Yeah, I wanted to justify it, but I don't think I can.
Oh, well, now you can't. Look at these stupid old Sarks.
Oh, no.
They're like half dead now. Like if the Valk would have stayed here, the Valk could pick off 3 old Sarks.
You could argue this is quite a big map. The map is quite heavily in Grandmonster's favor with that body of water blocking off the second gold line.
Yeah,
quite
it is
a lot
pretty
of
nice.
stuff.
Now the problem is Odin with a Valk, they can just heal right back up, and it's almost like that damage never happened. But we'll keep the old Sarks back in his base for a while. And Grandmaster really walling pretty heavily here. It definitely looks like he's just going for an Ulfsark raid into as quick of a heroic as he can. And reDo also being a little bit defensive with his army. When I see throwing Axemen, I'm seeing an Odin player that wants to be defensive. He's even got the Golden Lion relic.
Yeah. He's going to raiding cavalry opposed to the full throwing axeman. So maybe he just wants to defend with the throwing axeman and Herser, and then just raid with raiding cavalry, which isn't a bad option if you can get to the heroic age
Oh,
first because
man.
you're saving food.
Look how close reDo is already. 525 food, 268 gold. He's quite a bit closer.
It's hard for me to tell because everything's a blur, but I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, he's like 300 of each resource closer, and he's also 3 villagers ahead. But here's the danger point here. This is a little scary going forward like this.
I think he wins that fight. Not with medium elf. Maybe he only has 3 throwing axemen. Yeah, he probably doesn't win it with medium elf.
Well, they don't have the tech yet to make them run faster. Lone Wanderer.
Well, that's not ideal.
Oh, but the Valk is in here. Where's reDo's Valk? He needs to get it in the fight, or he's gonna lose this fight. Did he lose his Valk? Oh no, she's sitting here in the middle of the map. Oh, now this is what I'm saying. You go forward with throwing axemen. If you retreat, you end up losing so many units. Here comes the Valk. Yeah, the gold lions actually in this fight are pretty decent. I mean, in an early fight like this, any extra HP, any extra attack is big. And reDo wins this fight now that all of his army is here. Now he's actually it looked like he was going for heroic age, reDo was, but now he's completely transitioned into a classical age army. Because now he's not floating any resources. He's getting medium infantry. I think because he saw Grandmonster get medium infantry. So if reDo goes forward here, he wins this fight. Both have... Yep. Oh, Grandmonster does have flaming weapon or forest fire. Imagine it on this tree line right here.
That would be huge.
Oh, he's
that is the scary thing. You can't really set up next to a forest and have your throwing axemen beat away at him because of the forest fire.
Oh, use the forest fire to be... Oh, it's close. There it is. Yeah. But they've moved away a little bit now. Throwing axeman taking a little bit of damage. reDo is taking this fight as he's got medium cavalry coming in. It's almost like maybe he should have waited just a little bit longer.
Yeah, I also think he should have approached from the other side, like from the other side of the TC, and used the TC to defend his throwing axeman.
Yeah, potentially. And now we've got, I mean, there's only 2 Hersier left, but the Valks are almost dead. There's one at 14 hit points, should almost just run her out.
They just avoided the forest fire as well.
Get her out. Don't let this Hersier finish her off. The fight did end up going Grandmonster's way. Would like to split these Valks off. You don't want to lose them. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, man, this is just... Oh, okay, they are back. It is nerve-wracking. It is nerve-wracking. But he got him back. But that fight, not super good for reDo, he's ahead 6 villagers. I don't know if he ever even killed any villagers. I didn't see any, so I'm not sure why he's ahead.
So I think what happened was Grandmonster is probably queuing from a lot of military buildings, and he couldn't produce gatherers or dwarves. And also, Grandmonster was like kind of pushed off hunt during that fight for like a small portion of it, where reDo's been free hunting.
I don't know why Grandmonster didn't.
Yeah,
chase.
Grandmonster should have been over. I think Grandmonster can just push in and win here. After that fight, he was so far ahead. I'm not sure why he's not.
Especially when you see 2 Valks that are running away at like under 30 hit points.
Yeah,
because you know they're just gonna heal back up.
Exactly. And also, you know that it's not like reDo's going to suicide them to get the pop out. He's going to just send them back far away to heal up. And that's like 6 population that's not an army initially. Yeah,
so now one's full health already. And
is that Shield Valk? I can't tell.
It is. The name. It is Shield Maiden
Valkyrie. Very nice. Nice. I like that.
I don't know why reDo's going forward, though. This is, again, scary for him to go forward. Now, reDo probably had his line of sight of that because of the Pelt of Argus. So watch out. Watch out for your Valk. Get her back.
Oh, no.
This army needs to find a way home. Oh, he's gonna go on the gold mine here. That's good. It's just the problem is his army can get trapped. But we might have mutual raids here, but it doesn't look like Grandmonster's noticed. Now he's noticing. So what does Grandmonster do? Does he continue the aggression, or does he turn around and save his villagers? What does he do? These villagers down here...
Like...
Oh, there's no gold mine.
reDo's going for a journey to keep his villagers safe, but it doesn't mean that he's not under threat of losing his villagers, so he can keep going aggressive.
Yeah,
here.
but what are they gonna do?
Grandmonster's going for the houses.
Where's
I
reDo
think
gonna
he's just gonna
gather?
go forward and take. He's gonna go. Yeah, he's gonna take the gold from Grandmonster.
That's brave there because. Oh no! I'm gonna say the only way it works is if Grandmaster goes to a different gold mine. Like he can't come back to this. Now the problem is, this army here that reDo has will probably get Grandmaster's army to come back and come to this gold mine. So like the army, reDo almost has to send his army this way so that his villagers don't get seen. Like he can't.
I wonder if he's trying to. I wonder if he's trying to use the dwarves here for the fight. That's why he's pulling it towards his gold mine.
I don't know if you want that because he doesn't win this fight. There's too many units. I mean, there's no hearse here, and there's two Valks.
Where's the rest of reDo's pop right now?
Right here are a couple Valks coming in. reDo's floating 1,300 food, but 97 gold, and he's down 10 in pop. I don't know about
the Valks
this.
getting into the back here on the throwing axeman is kind
They
of
are.
nice, though.
That's good. But he doesn't have a hearse here for the enemy Valks. So we've got 4 Valks. I don't know, 3v3 for Valks, but fewer army for reDo. We got just throwing axemen and Valks now, and the villagers for reDo, though, are all dying here. And we've got 2 Valks left, and here comes another Valk in for Grandmonster. Woo!
Yeah, and the thing is, it's Grandmonster's fighting right by all of his production.
Yeah.
Whereas reDo has to run across the map.
Oh, man. Yeah, all these villagers are down for reDo.
Yeah, it was a brave gold mine.
It was. He was just in such a... He was in a bad spot, reDo was, for like where he could go. I mean, he's still... It's not completely over, but probably pretty close to being over now. I mean, if he wouldn't have lost all those villagers, like really what I think he could have done, he being reDo, is during that fight, just delay long enough to run all his villagers away, and then just kind of use the Valks to protect as the retreat. And I think it would have been maybe okay. In the end, it looks like he only rescued 3 villagers out of that whole thing. But still, I don't think reDo has more vills now. He still does.
Yeah.
How does he still have more villagers?
So, I don't know if Grandmonster stopped queuing villagers, because I don't think he uses auto queue, right?
I don't know.
So my guess is he forgot to queue villagers, and he got max pop army, so that's why his army was so much bigger.
Yeah.
But reDo's just been making villagers this whole time.
But reDo's gonna have
actually
problem here. He needs to wall this off quick with his 1 throwing axeman, like as fast as he can. Oh, he's building a longhouse. I think he wall that off first. He's only got 1 infantry unit, but I mean these raiding cavalry are going to counter Grandmonster's army. The problem is, does he have enough of them? I mean, it's 65 pop to 115 still.
Does he have Thundering Hooves yet on his raiding
No, he does. I mean, he spent all of his favor on the Valks, and now we've only got 8 raiding cavalry. Yeah, I think he needed to try to put up a wall there first. Get out of there. Get out of there. I mean, now reDo has to... reDo can't run from this.
Yeah, I know, he has
but
to
he
fight
can
this.
delay. He can delay.
If he traps Grandmonster's army here, he's actually probably back in the lead.
Like, now you send the villagers in. You have to send them in. You have to send a few in to fight here. Just to tank. Yeah, we have another big fight here. We've got this 1 Valk is dead, so now we've got just 1 Valk versus 1 Valk. We got the lions coming around the corner trying to get in, and we do have some villagers turning around to fight as well. There's no reinforcements coming from Grandmonster right now. This is the big fight right here. The problem is there's what, 1 raiding cavalry left, 1 Valk. I just don't think it was quite enough raiding cav here. We've only got 4 Osarks, but yeah, he's gonna have to pull out from there. And that might have done it. That did do it. Wow, a 2-0 for Grandmonster. Man.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was a brave call by reDo to go to that gold mine, and I think it ended up costing him the game there, unfortunately.
Well, what he needed... Well, the problem was he sat his villagers on this gold mine. I don't think he realized that Grandmonster's army was coming. Or at least when he did, he noticed too late. Because they were trapped here with the army over here. And I don't think he had an opening in this forest yet. Because they just cut through now. Like, if he could have retreated this way, so he couldn't have. So the only way they could have run was down around here somewhere. So, 2-0. Nyan saying, and I have, there's 3 games in this series. Well, shoot, man. Did my guy give me the games in the wrong order? We'll have to have a talk about him. So, let's take a look at the villager count. Yeah, reDo way ahead. I mean, he did kill like 4 villagers there. On that raid there. Like, if he could have saved his villagers, if reDo could have saved his gold villagers there, he would have been alright. The problem was they were trapped. I think, though, what he maybe should have done, in the end, it's easy for us to say, rather than go forward that first time, he was actually quite a bit ahead. He could have just aged up and probably been just fine. Because he would have aged up like a minute faster.
Even that first fight, I actually think if he approaches it from the other side of the TC and not the side next to the forest, directly next to the forest, I think he would have won that fight. I think it was literally the forest fire that ended up swaying the fight because he had to have a lot of time where none of his units were attacking while they were running away from it. And also, the forest fire that he used there, reDo's forest fire, was very bad. A very unfortunate one.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what the plan was for that, but it did make a nice little smiley face here with the 2 aurochs as the eyes, and this tree is like the mouth. So, at least it's smiling at him. If you can see that.
Maybe that was the goal.
Take a look at the kill loss. 72 killed to 101. So, yeah, they're saying that my guy sent me the Rex in the wrong order. What a clown. But let's
look at game 2, I suppose.
We'll look at this game. I mean, I think we know what the result's gonna be, but shoot, we might as well. Just watch it and see, and now we can just, rather than hyping up who's gonna win, or we can pretend it's a best of 5.
Okay.
This is the best of 5. This is a sudden best of 5 here, and now we've got an Anatolia game between Grandmonster and reDo. reDo going ISIS. So this, I should have known, because map 3 was Blue Lagoon. So I should have known when I clicked on Blue Lagoon, and it was our first map, that was actually the 3rd game, and that this guy who gives me these recorded games done messed up.
Gosh darn it.
Yeah, he clowning. But alright, well, you know what? We can look into a ISIS versus Thor match on Anatolia. Wiz, do you know how a Thor wins this match?
No. I don't know how anybody beats ISIS on this map. I would assume the same way you try to beat Rob, but just pray that you don't die to the push first.
Yeah, I don't know.
Spend more time in heroic to not die to the push.
Like, I think one of the few gods that could match up potentially against ISIS here would be Greek. Like Zeus.
Yeah.
Poseidon could match up potentially. But I don't. Even then, I think ISIS has the advantage. I mean, Uranos, no. Gaia, no. Kronos, no. Ra and Set, no, because you just can't defend water and land because Ancestors Eclipse along with the Behemoth. Not the Behemoth, the Leviathan. Leviathan is the Leviathan on like a map like this is sneaky good.
Yeah. That's actually a mistake you see a lot of ISIS players make, is during their Ancestors Eclipse push, they don't use their Leviathan. They leave their Leviathan AFK when the Leviathan
Yeah.
can take out a whole army of ships during
Yeah.
Eclipse.
Yeah, the Eclipse Leviathan is massive.
Well,
massive.
we can see what Grandmonster's thought process is in this matchup and why he picked Thor. We also know that it didn't work, but regardless.
Hey! The best of 5!
Yeah, best of 5, best of 5. We have no idea. But you know what? Maybe Grandmonster's got something special in the bag here for us to see.
I am noticing this Ulsark is trying to build this dock here, but the villager sees it, and that's probably going to stop this Ulsark. So what you have to... Oh, see, now he's trying to wall. Like, to me, this is just greedy. Trying to dock without walling. Like, to me, in a situation like this, where you're likely going to get at some point... I mean, this isn't unexpected, is it? To have someone attacking your Skraeling on the second side of the water. Wiz, is it?
No. I'd say you should expect it, especially against Egyptian, where you know that the Egyptian's going to dock on both sides. So you should expect that. Because I guess the only thought process is maybe it's more likely that the ISIS docks on the bottom, but even then, I feel like ISIS players actually go to the top more.
I don't know. All I'm saying is, don't be greedy. I mean, how long does it take to throw your Ulsark here and then just do a wall segment over? I mean, it takes like 10 seconds max. And then you don't... Yeah. Then this doesn't happen. So he tried it up here, and now he failed again.
Yeah. And the worst part is, I think reDo could probably just delete a house.
He could. That didn't fail. I don't know what this was. I don't know what this is about.
You know what the sad thing is? This is like a very high APM, very intensive for Grandmonster. reDo just clicked the villager on the Ulfsark and called it a day.
Yeah, so now he's sliding down here. If he does it right, now he can do it up here. But,
the thing is, he's actually spent quite a lot of resources on wall chips and the second dock.
Yeah, I know.
Dock, sorry.
There's your 2 docks here, and he's going to be aging up at like 520. Let's see if I could get my command right. Oh, he's not even close to aging up.
Yeah, I think
no, he
did it again. No.
Oh, jeez. Because here's the thing. This is what he's doing wrong. Is he's just trying to do wall chips. Wall chipping doesn't work here. You need to do a normal wall. Where you get a wall chip, a wall segment, and a wall chip. You can't try to wall chip your Ulfsark in. It doesn't work normally. You need to just do a normal wall that's long enough to get a segment in. And yeah, he failed for the 3rd time. I mean, I'm a dad, so I read stories like the little train that thought it could. And it thought it could, and it thought it could. This Ulfsark here, he also thought it could, and he he couldn't. 3 times was not the charm. Now he's got 2 docks here. Wasted resources.
I wonder, if there was 2 wolves there, I wonder if he pulled the villager into the wolves and started attacking using the wolves. If he could have killed the villager, or at least like kept doing that until the villager had to retreat. And then
I don't know. Whatever he was doing, he could have done it a whole lot better than what happened. And in order to beat ISIS on this map, you gotta play pretty perfectly. And
yeah, it's just
that wasn't it.
Not it.
No. Not it. But I'm already glad I watched this game too. I just wish it would have been in order, but that's okay. I'll have words with my guy, Ryfang, later.
If you wonder why Rythag's not playing in the next RTSL game, now you know. All of a sudden, Kuta starts appearing a lot more.
All right, so we've got the typical just fast heroic from Isis. He's throwing down 1 barracks, which is pretty good to do. He's got his second monument already being built as well. That's pretty standard. Grandmonster with a really late advance, and he's only on one side of the water. That's not where you want to be here. With the Valk facing off against the Sphinx. The Valk, it's a close fight, but the Valk does end up winning, I think.
Yeah, I think the Valk wins.
Yeah, it's close. And wow, the Sphinx just decided just to face it all the way until the very end.
reDo had to make the game a bit more interesting somehow.
Yeah, you don't want to lose your free Sphinx. I mean, that's a huge loss.
Yep.
It's a lot. This Trios bow is good for Egyptian here.
I am not sure you want to grab a 4 TC against Isis on this map. That would not be my choice here.
No,
I would be like panicking and being like, I need to get heroic age. I messed up so much on water. I need that frost to not instantly die to the push.
Yeah. No.
But even if you're gonna go second TC, you have to go back TC here. This is just 100. He's just dead here. There's no way he can defend this.
Does reDo have line of sight? He does have line of sight, so he knows that town center is grabbed. So yeah, all he really needs to do, throw down a Migdal. Yay here. Push out 3 elephants. A little bit of a late advance, actually. His armory was a little slow. Valk taking damage. 1 more shot. Oh, she's down. Can't cast Forest Fire because the Isis monuments are blocking. Not a whole lot of fighting on the water. We got 1 longboat, 1 Cabinet, and then just a couple more. And again, reDo has full control of the top half of the water. So he's got, what do we got? 27 fish to 9.
It's pretty rough.
And we all know that Odin's weakness, one of them, are war elephants, because Odin doesn't get Bragi to get any attack bonus. He started. Yeah, he does. True. Wait, he's Thor. Never mind. He's Thor.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're right. You're right. But the good thing is he's Thor. The bad thing is I don't think it matters.
Yeah. Yeah. So we can see he started Scotty, and then went Bragi. So I'm wondering if he did that because he knew he's gonna face some war elephants, and without the Bragi Olsark tech, there's no way he's ever going to beat war elephant. I don't think he's going to anyway. Yeah. But here comes
I think Frost is better here. Frost, and then just make Frost Giants.
Well, he can't get Frost because he's Thor. Never mind. Thor, yeah, he can. He can so get Thor. He can get Frost because he's Thor. Dummy.
Exactly. Yep.
Nyan, you stop talking in the chat, man. It's old. It's late. I'm old. Simmer down. We got the Migdal up. Here come the elephants. There they are. They're coming. Here comes the siege works as well.
He does actually get the flaming weapons in time. I think reDo may be a little. I don't know. I'm not sure about the timing. I feel like reDo is a little slow on his push.
Yeah, that's because his armory was too slow. He had the resources to advance like probably 30 seconds sooner, and his armory wasn't up. But yeah, here come the. I mean, like really, right now, he's trying to go for a quick rig. I don't think that works either. He's also walling off. He built all of his buildings and his walls to protect from the attack from down here. It's not coming that way. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you could just do an Ancestors Eclipse now, and the town center's down.
Yep. He's got no army to defend because he's gonna try to go Mythic.
Yeah.
I don't know if to be honest, I don't think there's anything you can do to win here, regardless. But I don't know if trying to go Mythic is. If you're gonna go Mythic, I'm not sure why you would spend this much resource trying to defend. If I was gonna just rely on Rag, I would just sack the TC and then go up in the main TC.
Yeah, I mean this is.
got a lot of resources that he's put into defending.
This is
and
like
then not actually trying
700.
to defend.
700 wood he's just going to throw away here to the elephants in the siege tower. So maybe it was something where he wasn't initially going to do it and then decided, it's my only hope. So yeah, he's going to be mythic at 1120-ish. Yeah, he doesn't,
I guess that's...
doesn't need to use Ancestor's Eclipse.
Yeah, I guess that's why we saw the Frost initially. I think he initially wanted to defend it going Frost, and then he was like, it probably won't work, so he decided to go Bragi and go for the Ragnarok and pray.
Here's this brave army right here. Yeah, if I'm reDo now, I try to time the Eclipse, Ancestor's Eclipse, for right away. And that's what he tried to do, I think. Oh no, he's just using it on the base. So he's just going to clear out a bunch of villagers. Because he knows, at this point, you know, he's seen the market. He knows what's happening. It's a quick reg. And he lost 1, 2, 3 villagers there. And the Scorpion Man can...
Scorpion Man's going to put a lot here.
Spaghetti-o. Because the Scorpion Man, 2 shots. Everything. And now... And now Baldur can't come in for another 30-some seconds.
Oh, he's still losing villagers. No, not the ox cart. Honestly, it doesn't matter, but... Damn.
I mean, the Scorpion Man's still going to clean up all of these villagers here. I mean, every villager down is 1 fewer reg, and this Scorpion Man has single-handedly killed like 10 reg heroes here. Oh, oh man. Oh, now he noticed.
Oh, he noticed.
He doesn't even have a town center.
Uh-oh.
This is...
For some reason, I think the rag might not be enough here for some reason.
This is a 30 mil rag. Oh, man. Yeah, this Disastertron here. You know you're in big trouble when after you reg, you're still behind in points.
Yeah.
So I don't know what you do here. I don't know what you do. reDo did delete his free Behemoth, so that's good. Or not Behemoth, Leviathan. So yeah, don't be fooled, my friends. This reg will push back this initial army, but that's all it's going to do. And then it's over.
I honestly think reDo's going to retreat to the mid-gull and defend the whole reg. Just at the mid-gull. I don't even think he loses the mid-gull here. Maybe to the flaming weapons he loses the mid-gull, but I don't know.
Possibly, it depends. Depends if this ox cart comes down. The ox cart, just to tank a little bit extra Migdal fire. Oh, should have put that sooner. But that's a nice forest fire. Did a lot of damage to these units. But probably could have used it a little sooner. Probably forgot. But here's like a perfect choke point for these axemen and chariots here. Like, just like, you look at all of these units that reDo has, they can't fight. Like, they can't do anything. They're all just pathing and bouncing off of each other. And Grandmonster's units can't fight. reDo's can because he's got chariots and he's got axemen that don't take up much space. So this was a perfect spot to turn and fight for reDo. And, I mean, Grandmonster will kill the army eventually, but it's at the expense of his entire army. And we do have heavy axemen filtering in as well. So yeah, perfect placement there. reDo probably actually sat here just a little too long, but that's okay. That's okay. He's got some villagers snuck up there. Town center will go down. You know, this does show me, though, like, people kind of sleep still on the Flaming Weapons Ragnarok. Like, it's strong. It's just, people don't do it anymore.
Yeah. I mean, it would have been stronger if he didn't lose, like, 15 villagers to a Scorpion Man.
Right. But
probably.
As awful as what was happening so far in this game, look where Grandmonster's at now.
The thing is, he's got no... Well, I suppose he has fish, so it's not completely over. But the thing is...
There's no town center.
Maybe you can win by Gold Star.
Well,
let's assume he wasn't... Like, he didn't mess up with the dock and he wasn't so far behind immediately, and he didn't waste resources on the longhouses. Maybe if he has Hershers back to defend the Eclipse on his base, and he goes Flaming Weapons Ragnarok, he can have enough economy to just win by Gold Starve.
Yeah, potentially.
That would basically be it.
I think that's probably the best play here as a Thor. But yeah, it just didn't go well, and now he's letting this gold mine being mined too, and that's, I see this all the time from players that Ragnarok. It's like you have to check all the gold mine. Here he is coming. So it's good that he's checking. You gotta check a little sooner though. But I saw this recently in another game where a player lost because he didn't ever check a gold mine, and that was the only gold source. So this is good to catch this. Could have maybe done it a little sooner. But yeah, he's going to probably kill all these villagers just because of where they're at. They're so far away. Well, you got some axemen coming up, so maybe not all of them. But the problem is they gathered for long enough that now you've got you've got 12 plus throwing axemen wandering around. And how do you defend that at this point as the Thor player? And now reDo just pops back out of his base. And because Grandmonster has nothing other than he's got this
insane trade route.
It's just wild trade route going on here. He's picking off these axemen because they're all fighting raiding cavalry. Albeit axemen do have 40% hack armor, so they still live forever against unupgraded raiding cavalry. So that's not a bad fight for him. And the Pharaoh gets picked, but then he resigns because he knows there's nothing he can do beyond this. So yeah, I think this game shows. I mean, to me, like, the entire game went as badly as it could for a Grandmonster. But despite all that, it wasn't like he was... Like, it wasn't... You know, it wasn't like... Just because he has Ragnarok and Flaming Weapons, like... It could do a whole lot more than you think he could have.
Yeah, I think... I don't know. I think there's a lot of more value on Frost for good reason. Because it's... Frosting the villagers in the army is so huge. And that's why people have been opting for it a lot more recently.
Right.
But I do think people are forgetting how strong Flaming Weapons Ragnarok can be in the right situations.
Yeah. Yeah, because, I mean, this game went as poorly as it could have for Grandmonster, and we still saw him just pushing through with a massive push. Even, I mean, reDo even had a nice choke point here to save things. Would have been nicer to maybe have like a little bit of a wall just to kind of prepare. Again, it's kind of one of those things where you might not ever need a wall. You know, like say he had a wall from here up to his Migdol just to spend, you know, just to save some time, and then maybe another wall from here up just to block it all off. Like, just little stuff like that, while you might not end up needing it, like if you do need it, they really come in handy. Same thing for this little walling here. He just old Grandmonster, he tried his darndest, but didn't quite work out.
Yeah, and I think if he had a little bit more time to prepare, actually, Grandmonster could have had a couple more fire giants.
Mm-hmm.
If you have like 3 or 4 fire giants with your rag, then even if he groups up like that, the splash damage is going to kill all of the archers. So I think it's definitely the way to go here. But maybe unfortunate for this game, but overall, turns out they didn't have enough time for the best of 5, so we have to go back to the best of 3. And yeah, so the winner is Grandmonster in the end.
I can't believe he gave me the games out of order. Yeah, he lost 12 villagers about before the raid came in. So I know he lost a few there by the ancestors, but yeah, that Scorpion Man killed about 10 villagers all by himself.
Yeah. But I don't actually think it would have really made a big difference.
No,
I think
it wouldn't have.
Probably over.
Look at his economy.
Although,
well, I guess a little bit is he's 1,300 up from where he should be. So it's pretty close, actually. But like Thor's economy, like Thor has a really good economy, especially on a land-water map.
The thing about Norse is if you have perfect macro, their economy is actually stronger than Atlanteans. Like if your drop sites are perfect, you have no walking distance or like almost no walking distance, they're stronger early game economy than Atlantean is. It's just obviously that's like an unrealistic expectation.
Yeah.
But that's just like the potential of Norse economy is insane.
Yeah.
It's the best economy by far, I think.
No, it is. It is the best. It's just right. But the problem also is, I mean, Norse says there's ways to kind of pick on Norse, kind of bully Norse. But that is
true.
the series, a little bit out of order, 2-1. So I can go down and update the standings, which aren't quite fully accurate. So reDo finishes at 3-3. That one extra win that he picked up there might actually be big. So reDo's 3-3 with a 0 game score. Completely even.
Wasn't reDo in the finals for last year's one, or am I mistaken?
Yes.
Yeah, that's quite a disappointing showing from him, I suppose. But
he's not out yet.
You have the yeah. Oh well, that is true. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. He's a good player, so I'm surprised to see him lose here, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, it turns out in the predictions, this guy, right. But yeah, we'll see. We've got a few games yet to go that I haven't seen yet. So we'll see what happens. So remember, this is we've got really just one more day of games here, and I'm a little bit behind because I haven't watched them all. We do have a very big game between Supe and the Rapple today/tomorrow, or depending on where you're at. So Supe versus the Rapple head-to-head face-off, and the winner is in. So this game is huge. But yeah, there's a few games left here that I'm a little bit behind on. I think Sun Tzu is 2-4. I missed a Shelty win. Shelty beat Sun Tzu 2-4 or 2-0. That was earlier week. So now my thing is all out of shape here.
Who do you have as your so far? Who do you think is your favorite for the tournament
to win?
Yeah,
I mean, it's got to be somebody on the Earthquake division side because those top 3 players have looked so good all season. I mean, the players on the Implode side have all just been. I mean, there's no real clear favorite out of all of them. I mean, they're all playing and beating and losing to each other, and I mean, it makes for an exciting division.
I'd suppose you'd say Shelty's doing pretty well, seeing as he's only lost a single game.
Yeah, but you got 3 people on the other side who haven't lost any yet. Now, granted, they haven't. Obviously, they're going to lose some because they haven't played each other. But yeah, you've got Matrius, Scotty, and Chemo is 1, 2, 3 over there, and the other side. I mean, coming into these last few series, it's still Shelty's in for sure, but nobody else is for certain yet. Player, I mean, we could have a lot of players tied at 3-3 now, so
that'll be fun to organize the tiebreakers.
Yeah, we'll see. The chances of that probably won't happen, but they could. I mean, if it does get down to that, we also then would use if you have too many people that are tied with too many. If they all have the same individual game score, then we would go by strength of victory. So I actually don't remember who beat Shelty, but if you have whoever beat Shelty then would advance out, and then you'd have fewer players tied, and then you should be able to kind of work your way through that. But we'll see how it goes. We'll end up anyway. It's 11:38, and I'm sure I'm gonna have kids running around the house in 7 hours, so I better go to bed. So thanks for casting with me, Wiz. Appreciate it. Thanks for you guys watching. No thanks to Ryfang, who gave me these games out of order. And I'll see you guys another time. Let me find a guy, somebody that hosts, send you guys to. So hope you guys enjoyed. And I also will have a postseason game as well. I'll be playing Nolus sometime, hopefully, next week. So that'll be fun. we'll see what happens, but it'll still be fun. The problem is, Wiz, is that in the final stage, the best of fives, you don't pick a home map. So
Ah,
that hurts my chances.
well, I don't know. So far we've seen mixed results with your home map picks.
I
Sometimes
only
you,
lost
actually
one
pick
home
for the
map.
enemy team.
I did pick one. That was because I was traveling and I couldn't see the map, and I shouldn't just picked it, because if I couldn't look at it, why would I pick it? But yeah, I was 4-1 on my home map. But all right, let's see, who can we go to? Well, there's a semifinal tournament going right now. 2v2 tournament. We'll send you guys over there to the Mago Topi, who I think probably might be a Spanish stream, but that's all right. Nothing wrong with that. Send you guys over there. So thanks for watching, everybody. When will playoff map sets come out? They'll come out tomorrow or today, Sunday. They'll come out. So it'll come out. So thanks for watching, everybody. I'll catch you all another time. Maybe tomorrow I'll get lucky and be able to stream one of the last regular season games at like 18 GMT, but we'll find out. So I'll catch all you guys later. Have